I realize after looking at some, when I finally had a chance to look at some footage, I know I didn't take video and things to properly tell a story. I mean, in the middle of everything, you're just trying to get through whatever you see, and you're not always thinking about it to shoot the event because you're trying to live through the event. And there may not be a lot of excitement in what I have because of not filming it, but as you see the scope of the damage to other areas and other parts of Florida, especially the West Coast, it's not that significant, but this is just what I've experienced and I'm just trying to show it. So hopefully I can do justice to put everything together in some way that you can understand and maybe have some kind of cohesion to a little bit of what's been shot. All right. Branches right here came from this tree. And some of those branches landed on that roof. Start this off. This is probably going to be really the last time we're out here doing anything like this, and I figured I'd take a little video outside just to document it. Alright, so we'll catch up with you soon, and hope everybody stays safe. Alright, 6 o'clock, we're just hunkered down, watching the news, watching weather reports. Everything seems to be okay, probably have another 12 hours of this. One of the more interesting things about hurricanes is that there's a point where the power will go out. And once the power goes out, the water heater doesn't produce any more hot water. And sometimes the water will be available to take a shower, but it ends up being very cold. It's an inconvenience. I know this is America, and I guess that's a first world problem, but there's a fine point between where you take your last hot shower or you cook your last hot meal on the stove or put it in the microwave.
And the rains are going to increase over that period. And so if we look at the map here, this is the position for the storm at 2 a.m. Or 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then 2 p.m. on Sunday, and that's just coming even with us in South Florida. So the closest point of approach for us is going to be early tomorrow afternoon. So it won't be until Sunday night that things really improve a great deal.
Okay, We have a long way to go. Thank you very much, Acting Director there at the National Hurricane Center, Ed Rappaport. A lot of information there to digest. We already know that this system is still lingering just off the coast of Cuba. It is going on.
Now, we've turned on at times the lightning indicator, and not seeing that really a lot of lightning in association with those particular bands, but not too far away. I'm going to move to this side of the screen, and there you can see the radar really lighting up. I also want to point out, looks like it's kind of the edge of things to come there, back around Andros, but I assure you that's just the edge of the radar screen. The actual system extends beyond that. This is a huge tropical system, as we've been talking about. Margin of error moving toward the Keys, at least the center of the system. But we learned a lesson today, all of us, as the National Hurricane Center has told us for quite some time, the effects of the tropical systems extend way beyond the cone. So even tomorrow, if you're in Miami, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, that's the track. Does that mean our weather is going to get any better? No, it's going to be just as bad, or if not worse, as we have the closest approach of the hurricane heading into Sunday. And then if we can catch a break, and I think we will by about Monday, at least in southeast Florida, then we'll start to notice as the hurricane lifts out and away, not fast enough, but the problems extend more so on the Gulf side of the state, less so on the Atlantic side of the state.
They have a generator over there. I see, there's a light. You see the light going. Lights down, and I got a bigger bin to collect the water. Hopefully in the next 2 hours this will stop, and then maybe we can get a tarp on the top, and then we'll be able to
We're gonna step outside for a minute.
okay.
It's fucked up.
It's all pounding and everything has been huge, huh?
Yeah.
A.m. Sunday morning, and there's a lull between
vans, the feeder vans.
Power just came back on. Here's to FP&L. Thank you. This thing, I tell you what, this little light is pretty awesome. I know I bought it on a whim. I think it was $3. Definitely worth its weight in gold for when you have no power. Thing is, it's hard to get the battery off. And I'm gonna look into getting some more of these next time. They're so small, they're compact. They're able to fit in any little pack. So that's definitely a hurricane tip or a tornado type power outage tip for you guys. Hang in there, man. I am. And so, on a side note, it's 11:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, and we still have about 13 hours or 14 hours of severe wind and tornadoes to go through. So we'll hopefully I'll just have snippets of how the day went and the time went.
I have a tree in our backyard. Amazing your windows didn't break. It's amazing that. You can see somebody feels right at home with all this water. This is that walk that you might have seen me take a couple of times, but right about here is when I was telling you I haven't slept for, almost more than 24 hours. So everybody that's in my place seems to be okay. Nobody was hurt, which is a really good thing. And I hope everybody else is okay as well on the West Coast. And it looks like the cavalry has arrived, so I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a little better that the roof will be squared away in the room.
know the sound of chainsaws in the morning after the hurricane is a good thing. Everybody's doing okay here. Nobody's hurt. Everything's well. Everything's well. Hope everybody did okay. There, it's holding up that pole, but all these poles down here, looks like 5 of them didn't fare well. See, there's an X on that pole. I don't know what the significance of that is. I don't know what the significance of that is. There's so much stuff attached to it. The only thing that's holding those other lines up is like 2 wires. That's definitely an accident waiting to happen. It's going to be quite some time. I'm pretty sure that whole power grid there that is coming through is affecting what's going on at the location that I'm in, and I'm sure it'll take quite a while before it all gets taken care of. So cold showers for me, but at least I can do that. All right, minimal damage in the area. We're okay. I keep saying that, and I know I'm signing off each video with "we're okay," but I don't have the ability to watch the news here, and you know, it's frustrating in a way to figure out, you know, what's going on with everybody else. I'm gonna double check social media and then find out the severity or the impact on other people. So this is an inconvenience, but something that we'll get through. You know, the power poles that are down are, you know, what's to be expected, and things happen that way, you know. And I'm grateful that I'm okay. I'm grateful that my family is okay. I was worried about my family on the west coast of Florida. Everybody seems to be okay. I have a couple friends who are in the area, Fort Myers, that might have been hit the hardest, and I hope they're okay. All right. I've got all kinds of stuff stuck to the truck, like tree bark, and I've got like roofing insulation here. I'm here before it gets warm. Okay, so now the yard. This is the scene now. Got these plywood up on the top with some rocks on it. I don't know how that's gonna work. I cleared everything that was here and everywhere else behind me. This, you know, scene over here is something else. Ducks are having a good time, and that'll be cleared hopefully before the leaves turn brown and there's just branches. That's it, man. There's nothing left to do. You know, no power, and you saw the power poles that were down, so all I'm going to do is just try and finish the beer that I have before it gets warm. That's all I can do. This tree right here, you gotta forgive me, there's a generator running in the background, but this tree I think is a 100-year-old tree. It is a staple of this park, and this particular tree right here that you see is the last remnants of it. Amazing. Just when you need a gun, just when you might think you need a gun to protect yourself, you can't get one. You gotta get one before the storm, before the calamity. You gotta get your concealed carry and your permits and your ammo and everything that you need before the shit hits the fan. That's the way it goes. This is the roof was repaired today, and then I went into work. So I worked for about 3 hours. I spent most of the day trying to put all my stuff that I took out of my room into the living room and then put it all back. It's still dark because I have that piece of wood on the window. But what I realized when I went to work, the ability for me now to look at the news. I saw some news. We have TVs at work. We have power at work. We were doing cleanup today. Tomorrow will be another day where we go and do full service and take care of everybody that wants to eat, drink, and watch movies. So this is the thing. You realize there's a lot of people in the Keys that have homes and they didn't make it. Their homes were destroyed, and you feel really bad. I've just got a leak on my roof, and it's not a big deal, but man, my heart goes out to everybody that has issues. It's really tough. This is it, baby. Right here. This guy's gonna give us power in Davy. Here at McDonald's, just trying to get everything squared away. Trying to upload a video for you guys later. I'm alright. The heat is just sweltering, and I just appreciate it. We need right there some poles. Put the poles in there, baby. Poles. Get that stuff out of the way. Get it in. We now finish the test. It's raining outside. See if the roof repairs are actually done correctly. I hope so. It'd be good to have my baby back. So behind me are the 5 or 6 poles that went down, and they're being replaced right now, which is a great thing. So it might be another 2 days. They're saying everybody should have their power on by Saturday, and today is Thursday morning. I hope so. At the latest, everybody should have their power by Sunday, but it's just brutally hot here in this area. It's sweltering at night. So that's just that update right there. That I've noticed the little thermal mugs, those mugs that we put something cold in it, and it'll last 24 hours because it has a vacuum walls. Those are awesome. The clip-on light on the visor, those are very, very awesome too, and I think those are only like $3 at Target. I don't know what kind of battery they use. I keep trying to open it up so I can replace the battery. I just don't know which battery it is. It's a button battery, but I'm not sure. The other thing is, I think I may have lost some papers accidentally. When my roof had a problem and I thought it was going to cave in because it was leaking, I took a bunch of papers that were important to me and placed them in a black trash bag and put them in the living room. And I have a feeling that my landlord or one of the people that were living with me might have thrown it away. And it's hard to comprehend what it was. I can't remember what it was. I think they're just important papers. So now my thought is, should you ever have the time or a reminder, just go ahead and take photocopies or scan them, put them on an SD card or something, or email them back to yourself. That way they're online forever. If you need a physical copy, you can always just put it on that SD card, put that SD card in your wallet, and now you have the paperwork with you. You just have to print it out. It's better than just not having anything or any record of it. All right, I gotta get out of the heat. It's been interesting. When you're without power and you don't have the ability to look online or watch television, the information that you need has to come from the radio. And a little bit of it can come from social media. Actually, what was very good is the social media or the internet or web service with regards to your phones. It seems to work. I guess the load is tremendous at certain times, certain peaks. So that it can help, but it's not directed at you, so you have to take the time to search for it. So if you need help, you need money, you need food, you need water, clothing, ice, you need stuff to live, you have to be proactive. Either that or you have to know what the numbers are prior. You have to know where to call or who to call before you need to look for the number, because once it happens, it's never easy to get that information. After, holy cow, I don't even know how many days. Today is the 14th. Hurricane hit on the 9th? No. 8th? I don't know. So the storm hit on the 10th of September, and it's the 14th. And I went to work today, and while I was at work, I ended up finding out that the power was restored. But I really do want to. I want to see it, and I want to feel it for myself. I have an AC, so everything's much better. It's South Florida. How can anybody ever survive before AC? Gotta pay tribute to that person. Thank you guys. Thanks for following on the video. Take care.